If there was one theme that came out of the comments from the propping video I did, it's that people didn't know where to find those books that didn't get a lot of marketing. So I decided I would do a series, we'll call it Book Hunt. So in this series, I plan to show you different ways that I sort of seek out books that I've never heard of before. There'll be things like actual physical things like newspapers and magazines and also internet services and people, sort of mavens, people who know about books that you could interact with and find out new stuff. So the first thing I want to talk about is your local library. Librarians know tons of shit about books. Duh. I mean, they're surrounded by them all the time. It's like their preferred decoration or something. I don't know. So eventually they pick them up and they go, what are these? These are books. And so then they figure stuff out and then they can tell you things if you ask them. Go ahead and ask them. You know, even if they don't have the book in the library, they can track it down other places. They can tell you what's coming out. They can whip out their school library journal and go, hey, here's some books that are coming out that sound awesome. I've been looking at these. You might be interested too. Get to know people. Get to know your librarian. They'll get to know your tastes, and then they can help you pick out new books. If you're not a talker, if you're a shy wallflower type, like me, they also have what's called BookPage. Mwah. BookPage is a really good free resource for learning about new books. It is set up pretty much like a magazine with features about authors and publishing and specific new books that are coming out. It touches on a lot of genres that people are really interested in. There's a mystery section. There is stuff even about cookbooks. Place where you can find out about romance books that are coming out and book club picks that might be interesting. You can meet different authors. This is about Lauren Graham. So it's debatable whether that's true. Anyway. And there's the big feature article this month is about Joe Hill's NOS4A2, which is his sort of Stephen King-esque horror book, which I've heard is amazing. In the fiction section, in just the review section, you get everything from the big books all the way down to little books that you may not have heard of before, like Snapper by Brian Kimberling, or The River of No Return by B. Ridgway, which sounds like an epic sort of time travel, fantasy romance kind of thing that people might be interested in. There are lots of nonfiction books, including this one called Confessions of a Sociopath, which sounds crazy, and I'm totally into it. There's a children's book section, which covers everything from picture books all the way up to YA, including an article on one of my buddies, Sarah Czar, whose new book, The Lucy Variations, is out. And you should totally support her. There's the Fifth Wave review in here, as well as Gorgeous by Paul Rudnick and The Milk of Birds by Sylvia Whitman. So I plan on making quite a few more of these book hunt videos with different resources and things like that. If you guys have any suggestions for things I want to cover during these videos, leave them in the comment thread. Or just let me know how I'm doing. Because from time to time, we all need a performance evaluation. It's a sneer at. That's it. Bye. Outtake. Book hunt. Book hunt. I don't know. Maybe we could call it whatever. I think I'm going to call it book hunt.